Welcome back to Faith, Purpose, and Freedom Podcast, the place where faith meets real life, real healing, and real transformation. I'm your host, Kayla Roth, a mom of six, a woman who has walked through valleys, and someone who learned the hard way that when you hit rock bottom, you find out the rock at the bottom is Jesus. Today, I want to share something personal. Not just my story, but the story behind my website, my blog, this podcast, and the entire faith, purpose, and freedom movement. Because none of this came from strategy, it truly came from surrender. For most of my life, I ran from God. Not because I didn't believe in Him, but because I didn't believe in me. I spent a lot of time in my life thinking that I wasn't enough, I wasn't good enough. I walked through brokenness, trauma, confusion, survival mode, and seasons of my life where I didn't even know where to turn or what to do. I hit a point where everything felt like it was just too much. I didn't feel like I was a good enough mother. Life was tough, finances, identity, purpose. I didn't even know who I was. I was lost. I didn't love myself. I was exhausted, overwhelmed, and spiritually, I was empty. Then came the moment that changed everything, and that was when I hit rock bottom. Instead of falling apart, I fell into Jesus. I found out that the rock at the bottom wasn't the end, it was the beginning. I went home one night and I wanted to end it all. I wanted to take my life because life just felt like it was too heavy. I had lost a child. I didn't feel like I was a good enough mom. I didn't have my father. Most of my life, I was misjudged, misunderstood. I really didn't know where to turn. And I was working at a bar. My husband and I were separated at the time. And I left the bar that night and I told them, like, this is my plan. This is what I'm doing. And I went home and I sat on my kitchen floor and I called a church at 1 o'clock in the morning. And by golly, someone answered the phone. A man is on the other end of the phone at 1 a.m. Tell me that's not God. And the last thing he said to me is, Kayla, I believe if you truly wanted to end your life, that you wouldn't have made this call tonight. Those words have stuck with me forever and will probably forever stick with me. I fell into a hole that only God could have brought me out of. Only God could help me through. When God began to rebuild me, He didn't start with my circumstances. He started with my identity. I began dreaming again. I started seeing visions of things I didn't understand yet, businesses, communities, coaching, speaking, creating. I felt this pull towards purpose, even when I didn't even feel qualified, and this pull towards ministry, and I didn't feel qualified. And then I found myself lighting up in certain rooms. I found myself lighting up rooms. I found myself helping people without even realizing that it was coaching. I found myself encouraging others to overcome fear, trauma, their past, because I'd walked through these things myself. I walked through it. I overcame it. God pulled me out, and slowly God began showing me exactly what He had put inside of me. I didn't have money. I didn't really have resources. I didn't have a mentor or a blueprint, but I definitely had hunger. I had purpose and I had God. And so I kind of learned everything I could. A good friend of mine, she owns Lively, and she was like, Kayla, I have these courses. They're Google Coursera courses. I can offer them to you for free. So I took all the Google Coursera courses I could possibly take for free. And I started learning about, search engine optimization. I learned about monetizing. I learned about website building, how to rank in Google. And I just started learning all the things I could possibly learn. I started then attending Zooms, and I would sit in these hour-long Zooms multiple times a week, learning about building websites, about blogging, about branding, about podcasting, about affiliate marketing, about marketing yourself, about coaching. And then I kind of developed even more, and I started really getting into mindset and neuroplasticity. And I read a book called Switch on Your Brain by Caroline Leaf. I highly recommend that book. It is amazing, phenomenal, will change your life. And then I started learning how to turn pain into purpose because I was doing it for myself. In March of 2023, my son's best friend passed away. And it brought my family into complete shattered brokenness. We started witnessing things. We started seeing things that I didn't even know existed in the world, to be honest with you. I was a little in shock. We witnessed corruption, oppression. I witnessed addiction amongst teenagers and families falling apart and people living, being oppressed. And I just knew I had to do more, that there was a calling over my life. There was a reason God was letting me see all these things. There was something I could do. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so I didn't have any money. I didn't have the finances, but I want to help all these people. I want to help every single person, but I definitely want to help the people that don't believe they have purpose, the people that have felt oppressed, the people who are just financially struggling. I don't want to see anybody struggle. I would love to see a world where we didn't have food stamps or Medicaid because neither were needed. Not because I don't want to see people get the help they need, but I want to see it happen because nobody needs it, because everybody is living life to the fullest. I want to see people know their gifts and talents. I want to see everybody helping everybody, people supporting one another's businesses. I want to see addiction not even be a thing because people's mindsets are right. They know their worth. They're successful, they're living in purpose. And honestly, I believe that's how we could break addictions. We could break through mental health. So I know that I have a purpose on my life and I have this beautiful vision. Now I need to do something. I so I started learning all these things. I started just starting a website and doing the different things. And I would delve into different ideas, but I had become a published author, self-published, and I figured it all out by myself. To be honest, I did use AI. I love AI. AI is going to create more millionaires than the internet ever did. I promise you. AI is amazing. You can literally learn anything. You can type in what you're trying to learn into ChatGPT and it will give you a list of exactly what to do, step-by-step directions. If you can follow directions, you can succeed with AI. And so I was like, okay. And I'm just delving in, learning all these things myself. I have spent the last 3 years of my life doing this. And then I've helped a few people along the way. I've helped a couple people become self-published authors. I have helped a couple people one person started podcasts. I helped a couple people start their blogs and just put affiliate marketing into that and learn how affiliate marketing works. And most people start with Amazon. You can sign up to be an affiliate marketer on Amazon, and it's really cool because when someone checks out, if they click your link, go to their Amazon cart, and say they have $500 worth of products in that, because they clicked your link and went to their cart to check out, you're earning commission off of their entire cart. And that's just like a cool reward that Amazon does for affiliate marketers. And most people don't even realize that this is a thing. Um, you see the Facebook pages where people give away gift cards and stuff for Amazon, but every single person that's clicking on those links, they're earning a huge amount of commission. So, I mean, most people don't realize how affiliate marketing works, and it is so worth it to learn because there is so much ability to learn or to earn off of it. Anyway, so then I found myself in another problem. I had a million of logins. Okay, maybe not a million, but it's definitely felt like it. And platforms and different tools. I had to log into all the different places and try to incorporate it all into each other. And, that was for email marketing and that was for, funnels and just everything. It was so overwhelming. I was ready to rip my hair out. And then I would find myself just like, ugh, I don't even want to do this because this part of it is exhausting and draining and I don't want to do it. And so then I found a program that is one login, one platform, one place where I could build everything God was calling me to build: funnels, blogs, courses, stores, email list, even a free version for people who are just starting out, which those are my people, the people I want to help succeed. But, the problem was I know a lot of people don't have even $100 to start. So I'm like going, how can I help the people I want to help out? And how could I possibly help people who maybe don't have the finances to pay me to coach them? But in the same breath, I know I have to make an income because I have to be able to do something for my family and I have to be able to provide for my family. And who wants to work for free? So then that was when everything else kind of came in, and I'm like, oh, if I start a podcast and if I'm coaching and I'm building and I have courses, I I could potentially offer some freebies. I could help those people. If I start a podcast, I could start sharing some details, and other entrepreneurs could come on, and people can learn who they can follow that's in their niche, because there's billions of people in the world and billions of different interests. I mean, some people are running fishing. Some people are just simply outdoors, is their niche. Some people, photography is their niche, but photography even has its own niches. Some people want to do, my husband is a photographer and he would rather do the outdoors, the wilderness, buildings, graveyards. He loves to do statues, boats. He would prefer not to do people. And then some people would prefer to do people, pictures of people and families and babies. And there are so many different niches, even in each section. So there is something for everyone. There is something you are passionate about. There are people you will connect with, and you do have an audience. You just have to narrow it down and find the right ones. So that's just another part of what my 4-week program is we go through learning your identity, and we jump from your identity and your spiritual gifts and your personality, and then we get into your passion and your purpose. And by the end of week 2, you know exactly what your purpose is. You know who your ideal audience is. And then we move into week 3 and we're building. We are starting to build in week 3. I teach you about AI. We are building your website. We are building your program. And you are learning everything you need to learn to run a successful business. By the end of week 4, you have your SMART goals, you have your quarterly vision statement, and it is up to you when you leave that course to continue holding yourself accountable. However, then I do have another program that kind of offers that accountability that you can progress into. And that is a newer program. And it was just, okay, so I help people with a breakthrough session. And then I have the 4-week program, and now I want something where we can continue to stay accountable. And plus, sometimes people come to me and they need someone, they found their passion and their purpose, but now they need a coach that is ideally working in this area, and so I can help them. Some people, maybe they're looking for someone to help them market on social media better. Okay, I know a few coaches that do that, so I can refer you out. And it's kind of a really cool program that I'm building there, just because we can refer for each other, we can help each other, we can guide each other, we can love each other, and encourage one another, which is amazing. We can share tools. So it's kind of really awesome. And then once a week, we jump on, we do a prayer call. I bring a little bit of ministry in, and we really make God the CEO of our life and our business. And it's amazing. So, anyhow, I found all of this, and that's where I kind of just was able to hop on. So now I am able to help people who are where I once was: lost, broke, called, overwhelmed, full of purpose but lacking direction, dreaming but not knowing at all where to start. I help them build their blogs, launch their podcasts, start affiliate marketing, become self-published authors, create funnels, build businesses, step into their God-given identity. Every one of us has a God-given identity. He didn't just go, mass produce you. He created you on purpose with a purpose, and you will rise into the purpose God placed inside of you. That is my promise. It is a blessing, a true blessing to watch God's children excel past their own expectations. Because what God plans for us is always so much bigger than anything we could ever imagine. I'm going to be vulnerably honest here. There are going to be people that attack you. There are going to be people that are going, what is Billy over there doing? Who cares? Let them talk. Let them say what they're going to say, because eventually they're going to come back and they're going to be like, hey, what are you doing? And don't let the thought in your head like, maybe I don't look that great, or maybe, did I sound good that time? Oh, did I do it wrong? Who cares? Who cares? Because this is not about perfection. This is about consistency and progress. Consistency and progress. That's all that matters here. We aren't trying to be perfect. I'm far from perfect, and everybody knows this. However, one of the things I did is I would let people get in my head, and I would let my own thoughts get in my head, and I would let them destroy me. And I would think, oh, what if I can't do this? What if I'm not good enough? Like, oh, what if I stink at it? Or, oh, I would compare myself because, Georgina up here, she has, and yes, I'm just making up names, she's a billionaire and she's doing amazing and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It took her work to get there. It takes work to get there. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be or where I wish I could be yet, but I know God has a plan and I trust his plan. I trust where he's taking me. I trust what he's doing within me. And this is not my business. This is his business. This is his podcast. This is for God. He will lead the masses to me just as he will for any of you. And that is exactly why I created the Faith, Purpose, and Freedom Facebook group also. It's a place to love each other, support each other, encourage one another, share knowledge, share ideas, share your mission, share what you're doing, share testimonies, grow together, rise in unity. It's not just like a group, it's a movement, a family, a community of people who refuses to stay stuck and refuses to let others stay stuck. So anyhow, just a little bit about what I offer. Um, I have my breakthrough one-on-one session. So you're going to get 60 minutes with me by yourself. We're going to set up a time. We're going to hop on the phone and we are going to talk. We are going to discuss, where you're struggling, where you're at, what you're wanting to get to. We're going to kind of discuss your vision. And then I kind of utilize a few things, spiritual gifts, and I try to help you with your identity in that 60 minutes. Spiritual gifts. We're going to go through what your name actually means. A lot of people have no idea there's so much meaning behind the spiritual meaning of your name. Look it up. I promise you. Just get on Google or Chat GPT, and if your name's Michael, say, what does the name Michael mean spiritually? And I promise you, you're going to read it and you're going to be like, oh my gosh. I've done it for all my children. So Sophia had no idea her name meant wisdom. And it's so funny because we look back and we're like, wow, this child is full of wisdom. The things that pop out of her mouth, she is so full of wisdom at 11 years old. So seriously, look up what your name means spiritually and watch it transform your life. So through that breakthrough session, then we are going to work through some of that. And then we're going to kind of have an idea of, your purpose and what you could be doing. And we're going to lean towards a vision for you. And I'm going to help you place some SMART goals. So it's not like the 4-week purpose and vision coaching program, but it is going to help you with your identity, clarifying it, go from confused to a little more clarity, and you're going to have SMART goals to leave with and a little bit of a vision and purpose on your mind. A lot of people do that 60-minute breakthrough session, and they're going to then delve into that 4-week purpose and vision coaching program. Through the 4-week purpose and vision coaching program, you're going to get for free my course on top of it. That course is going to lead you directly through it. I also offer the course separately because some people maybe can't afford the 4-week purpose and vision coaching program. We are hopping on, you're getting hot seats once a week. We are on a group call. You'll get a hot seat sometimes, and like I'll just really delve into you. But you're also working through that course. And so you're learning your spiritual gifts, you're doing your personality tests, you're learning about neuroplasticity, we're rewiring mindset. We use NLP to really just delve into your mindset and rewire that brain. And then you learn about AI, and you're moving into finding that purpose, who your ideal audience is. By the time you're done, you have your statement. You have your purpose. I am Bill and I help blank audience. So, and you're going to be able to identify exactly how you help them and what their outcome is. So, who your audience is, how you help them, what their outcome's going to be. You're going to have your purpose. And now you're moving forward. Now you're going to, by week 3, we're building. We are not playing games. We are building that business, website, blog, podcast, whatever it is, we are building it. And you're going to learn about affiliate marketing, all the different things you can incorporate. And then I have the system and program that we utilize to actually build, and you can start out for free. So the best part is you can start your website, your blog. You can add a course. You can do like 3 funnels, I think it is. You can do all this for free. One login, do it all for free. Now you do, if you want to have a domain name, you want to obviously purchase that and you'll incorporate that in, but that's really simple. And we'll walk you through that. By the time you're done, you will have your website or blog, whichever you want to do. You will know how to incorporate affiliate marketing into it. You will set up your Amazon affiliate marketing. And then I share with you another program that you can use for affiliate marketing also to help other people build. And you're going to have the website, blog, podcast, building support, and some training. And now you're going to have your SMART goals in place. You're going to have your quarterly vision statement. So for the next 3 months, you have your vision statement, you have your goals, and you are going to run. This is where some people do join the mastermind. And in my mastermind, we meet once a week. And then we have a community where we're all posting in and just helping each other, guiding each other. I'm going to give insights. We're going to learn new things and we're going to grow together. It's also a place where you can get to know one another and recommend each other. If one of your clients is needing something and Jill over here does it, you can recommend her over. So it's really cool to have that group and family. But we're going to pray together. We're going to pray with each other. We're going to pray over each other. We're going to really make God the CEO of our business and our personal lives. And so everything I do is built on one foundation, helping people step into the purpose God already placed inside of them. And that's all I care to do. Guys, I know this podcast was short today. I've had a lot of people reach out and just be like, what are you doing? And so forth. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know what God's doing in my life. God has been just pouring blessings over me. In March of this year, I was still also working outside the home on top of trying to do this. And I really wanted to just focus on coaching and podcasting and really delve into my purpose more, because that was my dream and it's a vision. And I want to be able to travel with my kids. I want to hit every oppressed community. I want to help people. I want to break addictions. I want people to know that they have purpose and God is ready for them. And so I kept praying and I kept praying, and I did start working more towards things, but I was just working so many hours outside of the home, and then I homeschool 5 of my children. And so I was really struggling, and I was at work on a Saturday, and I fell down the steps. The one step like broke, and I fell down them. And the next day, I was really hurting, so I went to the hospital, and I was thinking like I probably just jolted something, like not a big deal, blah blah blah. I didn't really, think anything of it, or blame work even. So then that following week, I couldn't get the pain to stop, and I was really hurting. So I ended up going to the chiropractor and had messed my back up. And so I've been going through some chiropractic care. And through it, I had my employer treat me very, very badly. And things be said that were just very unprofessional, and retaliation. And I just kept leaning into God. And finally, I was like, I mean, my heart was hurt because I had done a lot for this company. I would work endless hours for them. I was taking from my own family to go to work. And I was just like, man, that's not right. Shouldn't be happening. And I finally realized God was just taking me to another table. I was in the shower and I'm like, God, why is this happening? I just want to wash blessings over them. You know, and if someone can treat you that way, it's really not about you. It's about something going on within them. And I know that. So I was like, okay. And I just kept praying. And then I was sitting there doing Bible study one night, and God was just like, reminding me that I tell other people all the time that when you no longer belong at a table, you'll know. Whether it's, should I stay at this job or shouldn't I? You ask God. God's going to give you answers. And I'm like, oh, I just don't belong there. I've overgrown it. I needed that space for a time. And I've made some really good connections with people that I'm still very connected with and love very much. And I needed those connections. I had a few things to learn. Working with people with disabilities was also just a huge blessing. And um, one of our clients passed away in February, and I carry her very near and dear to my heart because, I watched her go through a lot between the company and just, lots of things that she was struggling with. But somehow I watched her always have a smile on her face, and her health has declining very quickly, and no matter what her family would do, would take her to the doctors, it just felt like the poor woman couldn't get a break. And so in the end, when she passed away, I mean, I was devastated, but the one thing I said is I know that she is free, but one thing, she never let her disability affect how she treated people, the smile on her face, the way she loved others. And I'm going to carry that with me for the rest of my life. Um, anyhow, that being said, I I realized real quick that God was moving me to a new place, and there was somewhere else I belonged. So it was time for me to move on. And I think we've all been there. So I encourage you, if you are struggling at work, if you are working for an employer that doesn't respect you, doesn't value you, is treating you any type of way, even if you feel like "Ugh, they treat everyone else great, but not me, or God is telling you something. God is moving you. Maybe there's something within you that you're not seeing, and you need to sit with God. Sit in scripture and open your eyes, because sometimes God will throw a storm at us. And I don't even think it's God. Sometimes the enemy throws a storm, and that storm comes to shake us up and make us feel some kind of way. But in reality, the enemy throws the storm to hold you back from your purpose. God will work all things together for your good, no matter what. So never, ever, ever let the enemy throw a storm that throws you off course. Absolutely not. Stay the road, stay the path, and walk the course with God. Make God the CEO of your life, and I promise you, He is going to do amazing things. So, anyway, I'm in the shower one evening, and as I'm in the shower, I'm just like washing my hair, doing my thing, and podcast. That's like the word I got. I had started a podcast in the past, and I was just like, it wasn't me. And then I started another one. And I'm like, things just weren't feeling right. And so then it was just clarity. And I was like, okay. So I started the podcast, and I ended up moving into, I went to Need a Guest on Facebook, and I want to have lots of guests. I want to share what others are doing. I want to share testimonies. I want people to see that they have a purpose, to run with it, to believe in yourself. I also want people to see that are like I once was. I can't do it. I'm never going to make it. Blah, 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 blah. Can't be me. I want them to see, yes, it can be you. If God put the vision in your mind, if He put the thought in your mind, and it is something that would align with God's purpose for this world, it aligns with goodness, it aligns with creating life in abundance, then go for it. It doesn't matter what anybody says, because nobody else can stop you. And they weren't invited to the conference call. They were not invited to the conversation between you and God. That was between you and God. Run with it. God's got your back. His plans for you are good, always good. So go for it. Don't give up. Don't stop. You got this. You can do it. And so that's what I did. I started the podcast. I asked for guests, and people just started reaching out. And I'm here to tell you, God has blessed me with being in rooms with people that I never even thought I would ever get to sit in. He has put me at new tables. I overgrew where I once was, and now God is placing me in new places, and He will do the same for you. Not everybody is going to be your biggest supporter. Not everyone is going to stand next to you forever. People are going to walk out of your life. People may not agree with what you're doing. They may not like your purpose. But you know what? As long as you know it's giving life, and as long as you know that you are doing good and God is leading you, and you've made God the CEO of your life and your business, go for it. Don't let anyone stop you. That's the enemy working through people, and that's the only way Satan can work, is if he works through people, and Satan will try to stop you from reaching your purpose, because he doesn't want us to live a joyous life. He doesn't want us to be happy. He doesn't want us to live fully. He wants to stop you. He gets excited if he can stop us. Don't let him. He needs to get out of here. Kick him out. When storms come at you, get to a point in your life where you're like, bring it on, baby. Bring it on. I got this. Because you can overcome any storm. I promise you, there is a rainbow waiting at the end of every storm the enemy throws at you. A rainbow of purpose and goodness and anointing over your life. God has a plan, and it is beautiful for you. So, if you're listening today and you feel lost, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're made for more, but you really don't know where to start, I want you to know this. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified, and you are not too late. God is not done with your story. He's just getting started. You are never too old for God to start something new within you. If you woke up today, you still have purpose. If you're listening right now, you still have purpose. God still has a purpose for your life. And I'm here to walk with you in faith, in purpose, and in freedom. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for being a part of this movement. And thank you for saying yes to the calling God placed inside of you. Let's build what heaven has already written. I love you all. God bless you all. Have a beautiful day.